I can't promise there's going to be any love, but we're going to have a whole lot of a great time in alcohol. And the party started.
Rock of Love was an American reality television dating game show where 25 lucky women were selected to fly out to California, stay in a mansion with aging rock star Bret Michaels, and compete for his undying love and affection. In spite of all of its morally reprehensible moments, constant objectification of women,
I'm looking at your legs and your body.
What about here?
and the subhuman treatment of those deemed not to be attractive or intelligent enough for him.
All the lights on, and nobody home. What a fucking waste.
The show is a sadistic showcase of some of the most disgusting, entertaining, and deplorable moments in reality TV history. After the insane, alcohol-fueled antics of the first night, the girls are understandably all suffering from severe hangovers. Luckily for them, the producers have the cure, because burgeoning alcohol addiction doesn't come in small doses. And when it's probably not even noon, everybody goes fucking wild, with the exception of a few of the more reserved women in the house.
Really? I'm not gonna sit there and be slutty and put my there and fight for his attention. Take your top off and get a miss out.
And Tiffany, apparently.
When do we get to be alone with him, though?
That's a good question.
When you take your panties off.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. I don't believe that. I don't believe it either.
No.
Exactly.
There's like more of like the slutty, outgoing girls. There's the more bitchy, introverted girls. You know, not as whorish.
Reductive as it may be, this analysis of the women in the house is completely accurate. To get slightly more specific, Sam is a well-intentioned rocker girl and extremely naive. Rodeo is a bodybuilder who feels intense connections, has a merch line, and loves the kids.
Just trying to involve the kids. I guess that was
I know some of the reason you chose the kids was because last night Rodeo had a really horrific moment where she was having a anxiety attack, missing her kid. We bonded over that.
Brandy M is
It's heaven and hell in one body.
Magdalena is a singer.
I'm gonna see you, my little Bret.
These two are the Barbie twins. Dallas hates animals.
Kill all pets.
Tiffany needs psychiatric help.
Big John, I would have killed the bitch.
Heather is a stripper. Erin's a starfucker, Lacey's a psychopath, and Jess is comparatively quite well adjusted, and I can imagine she deeply regrets doing this show.
I never hang out with the three of you.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Let's get to know each other. I went outside and I actually made a point to be nice to some of the other girls and Jess and talk to her, and she just kind of blew me off. Let's get to know each other.
These girls could, at worst, be accused of being snide, and what this woman does in response is the antithesis of measured.
She deserves to have that smirk washed right off her face.
I go back and forth on whether I think Lacey is an actual psychopath. This kind of thing was commonplace on shows from this era. Today, I don't know that we're any more sophisticated of an audience, but I feel like an unprovoked attack like this would not go unpunished. What makes it worse is that it will actually have zero consequences. Given the fact that Jess is by no means the last person Lacey will physically attack on the show, it's clear that nobody in the production team bothered to have a conversation with her, except maybe to tell her to keep it up for the ratings.
All I did was push her in the pool. It's not like I, set her clothes on fire or anything yet. Why'd you get me wet? Oh my God, don't get me wet, you fucking cunt!
So, ladies?
As if we didn't just witness a criminal offence take place, Big John comes out, not to kick Lacey out of the house, but to announce the very first challenge of the show. Each episode, like you'd expect, the women compete in unique challenges, except the prize for the winner of these challenges is no less than a date with the man himself. And if he actually likes them, to bolster their chances of winning the entire show.
I need a love who can get on the phone, get me hot, and give me a good time.
You might wonder how something like proficiency at phone sex could possibly be measured, but just bear with it for now.
This makes me extremely nervous. Never had phone sex before, so I don't know how the hell I'm gonna handle this.
So Tiffany turns to the one thing that she knows will help ensure her success.
I've been drinking a lot. Couple, 2, 3 things.
Don't throw me with a good time.
There's one huge thing that we haven't addressed yet, and that's Bret's hair. Bret is one of those people that will always have some form of headwear, usually a bandana and or cowboy hat, covering the top of his head. As someone who's seen the entire show more than once, shall we say, the episodes where Bret removes his bandana are almost like one gigantic set piece, where you can't help but set your eyes on his piece and wonder just how long it's going to be on display for. Legally, I can't say for sure that he wears a wig or a hairpiece, which takes dozens of hours and members of the crew to assemble, meaning Bret has to keep it on show for as long as possible. I'm not alone in saying something never looks quite right about his hair.
The three girls that talked to me the most imaginative, those are the three who are going to go on a date tomorrow. I'm going to turn this over to the good doctor.
We're going to use this device. It will measure the blood flow, the cavernous artery.
When I found out the first challenge would be to see who could create and sustain Bret's erection for the longest period of time during phone sex, I considered turning off the show, and the challenge is extremely hard to watch, to say the least.
Dr. Roy, you getting a good reading over there?
Strong like bull.
I'm gonna make this short and sweet, because I know you got a lot of hoochies to delete. I'm not gonna be a whore, I'm just gonna adore.
What is this, 1-900 drag queen?
There was some girls, they knew exactly how to handle that phone.
The food was all around us, and it was on me, and then you started eating it off of me.
This is a win-win for me as a diabetic because I could keep my blood sugar levels perfect.
I'm gonna see you, my little Bret, and I'm so sure I can make you sweat.
Take me to it.
Was it before or after we were playing Ring Around the Bedpost? Was that before or after you gave me boxing lessons? Because I love that.
Again, the producers just let Tiffany loose for our viewing pleasure, but it feels like Bret is getting tired of her by now.
Get me hot.
That's what I'm trying to do. Is it working yet?
Come on, I'm on the road here. You got to talk to me.
Really? Don't threaten me with a good time.
Tiffany, obviously.
I want to kiss you. I want you to fuck me.
Afterwards, Bret goes into his room to presumably
Beat my penis to a pulp, and it was a dry beating.
and after checking his hair is still in place, he comes out to announce the result.
Who is girl number 16? That bad boy went up and stayed up. It never came back down.
Number 12.
She rocked the house.
Treat you like a king.
I like being a king. You peaked me right here, but that English thing.
How would you like that? Could be a dirty nanny.
Ba-bang.
I'm so pissed that Erin gets to go out on a date. Why is she even in this house? Her boobs, they're circus tits.
One consistency in the show is that the women who lose the challenge will always get extremely upset and take it out on what they perceive to be the easiest target.
You know what? I want to kick you. Oh, Erin.
In this case, much to my amusement, it backfires.
That's hard.
You said you wanted to kick me.
I meant kiss. You're still so fucking stupid. And I was giving you a compliment
Lady,
to
I'm
begin with.
stupid. Honey, take a look in the mirror.
Hey! Oh my god, you're so fucking step out. You're like, hello! Your shit is nasty. You have clown titties.
It hurts coming from someone of a very lower intelligence such as
'cause
yourself.
I'm-
I want to look at your little meth scratched face any longer.
Oh, that's right. You know what? Meth scratch.
Okay,
Actually, I got in a car accident. That's funny. I got in a car wreck.
Erin is probably an absolute piece of shit, and I'm not comparing scars to fake boobs, but this girl started the entire thing.
I don't want to see her like that. She's my best friend.
It's so unfair.
She goes off to tell Bret what happened, and he tries to offer his sympathy. Despite his tough exterior, it's clear Bret really cares for these women.
There's a girl that I really hate right now. She just recently hurt me. Her name's Erin. I was in a car accident last June, right?
Right. When she spoke in that little titmouse voice, it just turned me on beyond any belief.
Like, this is like a disability to me. Like, it's something I can't help. If I was in a wheelchair, would you make fun of me for it?
Kill all pets.
What?
I'm not sure how much truth there is in what Dallas is saying, but in a show I would scarcely describe as fulfilling, watching Lacey get trolled might be one of the most satisfying moments in the entire show. Their next encounter is quite the opposite.
How can you be a good person and condone cruelty to animals?
Well, sorry, there's an animal right here, right now. I would slit his throat.
Dawn, most wasn't a... How are you doing?
Bret takes the 3 challenge winners on a date to an esteemed recording studio. But for what is supposed to be a reward, this feels more like a challenge for the viewer, with some of the most cringe-inducing moments up to this point.
This is a real recording, so when we're done, we're burning you all a track.
So Bret tells us that he wants us to contribute to his track, and I'm really excited.
All right.
I am super comfortable in this situation. This is exactly my element. This is right up my alley, and I am so thrilled to be a part of Bret's music. We got hot, cold December. Hey, baby, do you remember?
Oh, I love it. Kiss.
Yeah, it's feeling good. The fact that he realized that I'm a true musician, I know what I'm doing in the studio, I think that really helped to bring us closer together. I think that's really where our bond started.
Rodeo, are you ready to give it to me, baby? I mean, musically speaking. All right, Dom. Thinking we got some stuff.
Oh my God, did I get aroused? Oh, shit. I'm dying.
One by one, Bret works with the women to bring out their creativity.
There was a turn on in the fact that she hadn't done this before, and I was kind of de-virginizing her.
Are you gonna help me or no?
I'm gonna help you.
I'll be a dirty nanny. A dirty nanny for you, friend.
For some reason, Erin decides to run with the dirty nanny thing while Bret basically dry humps her from behind.
Yeah, I don't know what else you can put on that track.
Her moaning and groaning actually brought the song to a new level.
Can you mix that up? We're just gonna take a minute to hang.
I cannot keep my eyes off her breasts.
When I'm comfortable, I can have a great time.
Gotcha.
No, and the thing is, yes, I may dress this way, I may look this way. I'm very sexual, but I'm not a slut.
Okay.
Those massive, lovely breasts are kind of clouding my thought process a little bit.
No, it's great.
The finished song is a certified masterpiece.
Hey, baby, do you remember?
Let me for you, friend. Oh, thank you.
I'm hearing a hit.
After the challenge, Bret tries to get to know some of the other girls.
Everything I do, that's my... it was just... Man, you should have been there.
The problem is that he can only talk about himself and the things that he likes, always blaming his conversational shortcomings on the women.
Insane, cool, fun dude.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. Here's the thing with Tamara.
No connection and dumb as a box of rocks.
Listen, the bottom line is, she's fucking hot. Let's just...
But there are two sides to Bret Michaels.
Hello, girls. How you doing tonight?
So it's elimination time, and while Bret decides those circus tits are too good to let go of just yet,
Erin, would you please come down here?
Erin is an airhead with circus tits.
unfortunately for Tiffany, he and or the producers believe they've squeezed all of the alcoholic entertainment value they can get out of her.
You actually missed out on the person you could take home to mom.
Bye.
I'm too good for Bret, and what I'm looking for in a person is absolutely opposite of probably what he's looking for.
And there goes one of a very small minority of women to still have any self-respect after leaving this place. To close the episode out, Bret does the honours, going with the classic trope of let's make fun of the stupid person.
Hey, Tamara, you gotta go out the front door.
Maybe if I were smarter, then I'd be here longer. And the correct pronunciation of my name is Tamara. Bret.
You talk about all the lights on and nobody home. What a fucking waste.
All right, for all of you who are staying in the house, you want to come down here so we can get this party started? All right. To all of us staying in this house, are we ready to rock this house?
The next challenge takes place at Bret's motocross track, where he can show off some of his skills.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes, this is the actual challenge.
Motocross is one of the most important things in my life, and I would like the woman in my life to enjoy riding a motorcycle with me.
Throttle, just like a gas on a car, helps you go.
They were just teaching us the basics of a bike.
Try to be towards the front. I know it's hard because your legs are really bent.
Come on, let's ride. This is either going to be sexier than hell, or somebody's going to get hurt.
They get about 5 minutes of training before being let loose on the bikes.
Look, she's going to die.
She's going 100 miles an hour straight at a trash can. She almost ran into an RV.
She's gonna die. Dallas won
my prize for craziest motorcycle rider ever.
Is she crazy, or does she just have no idea of the potential consequences she could suffer from a serious crash? As insane and dangerous as it is, some of these girls have clearly never ridden a motorcycle before, making this challenge almost as difficult to watch for the first time as the recording studio date was. It genuinely seemed like there were zero safety precautions in place, and horrifyingly, I would soon find out this was correct.
I want you to go hard, fast, heavy, get to it. Go! Come on! Oh, Dallas! She's crazy, girl!
She took off real time, probably 50 miles an hour. I mean, enough to kill somebody.
While some of them actually do okay, obviously this was always going to end badly.
I tell you, I thought she was dead.
She definitely went way up in the air. It was entertaining.
The disregard for her safety is absolutely insane, especially from Bret, and at the very least, suffering from shock, she gets straight back on the bike.
I'm thinking maybe tonight, Magdalena and Sam have a great date tonight. It's going to be awesome, and then tomorrow, rodeo and wild thing. We're gonna get busy tomorrow. Hold this prize. You guys did a great job.
Right, thank you.
There you go. Awesome.
Oh, baby.
After the challenge, the girls immediately get their liquor on.
Of course, we gotta crack open the liquor.
As always, some of the losers of the challenge childishly take out their frustration on the other women.
I wanted to take out some of my frustration on Dallas.
What was Bret wearing a couple of days ago? I'm pretty sure it was a snake. Snakes. He was wearing fucking animals. So what the fuck? Why are you here? You know what? You're fucking.
But this time, things get absolutely unhinged.
I gotta carry her out.
And things only continue to escalate further.
Are you gonna punch her? Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
She's a lost her mind. She needs to be admitted to a mental institution.
That's hilarious.
I've got my PETA shirt on. I'm going after that bitch, and she is going down.
I need to wear all the dead animals in the house. Round her. Yeehaw, baby. Let's go. Come on.
At first, this honestly seemed kind of innocent, at least on one side.
I don't appreciate when hoes touch my face. If you want to touch me, fucking hit me so we can fucking do this and solve it.
Dallas. Dallas.
Lacey's just crazy.
Dallas, sweetie. Sweetie, I just think that you're just a waste of sperm and egg. That's all. You're a waste of sperm and egg.
With no sign of Big John to break it up, Lacey continues to push and push Dallas until she has to push back.
Show me how pretty you look in your leather.
Stop asking for the fucking camera. Get off me.
Show me how pretty you look in your leather, sweetheart. All right.
This is such psychotic behaviour from Lacey, and in the absence of any real form of security, one of the women is forced to step in.
I'm gonna hurt this bitch. Get this hoe off. I need to be touched.
I just want to see how pretty you look. Get off of her, I said. Now, show me how
Stop
Show me how
Get out of my dad. Don't stop it.
Show me how I hurt her. I'm not.
You are stopping her from walking away.
Stop now.
If Rodeo wasn't here, my money would be on Dallas throwing Lacey down the stairs, and she deserved it, but I can't get over the fact that this is supposed to be a show about dating a rock star, and instead we're watching fully grown women act like savages for our entertainment.
I'm like smiling right now.
I might be a southern lady, but I manhandled that bitch.
Very cool. Hello.
And hello. We've got something so awesome planned. So come on.
This is very cool, is it not?
So Bret goes on his date with Magdalena and Sam, and hilariously, it's just another chance for him to talk about himself.
A picture paints 1,000 words. So we played a show called The Making of Bret Michaels, and it just was a life story so they could see what my life was about.
That's you. There's me. I got my first little PA system. Remind me to never wear those pants.
No, let me borrow them.
There's a time and place for those pants. If I want to work out, I put Metallica on.
Right.
You know, if I want to really get
Pantera for me.
Pantera works. We love Pantera.
Vulgar
We had
Display
that.
of Power. That's the best
All right,
album. Next
all
time
right,
you
I
work
won't
out.
fight. All right, now you got a story to tell.
I've never been your fan, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to lie to you.
You didn't grow up listening to our music.
No, I did not. So I definitely just want to let you know that I'm here for, you know, for love.
Being from Poland, she did not have much exposure to my music, which in one sense was kind of a turn on.
I just felt a little awkward to see a man I like kiss my friend.
Nice. Strawberries? It's like a makeout party.
Samantha, she was really scared to do because she felt really weird in front of Magdalena kissing me.
This kind of thing, in spite of how many times I've watched the show now, is exactly why I ultimately detest it. The girls are clearly uncomfortable with this whole thing, but Bret shows us the words no and stop are not in his vocabulary.
If I wanted to have an orgasm,
Yes.
I can't because
They're all
everyone's
around.
watching me.
Right. I'll watch you.
When Sam said to me she wanted an orgasm, from that point on my date was over. I just wanted to get on Sam.
I mean, I'm willing to do that.
Yeah, but when there's so many other girls that you're kissing
Like, we have to
and
be
touching, it,
I won't kiss or touch any of them tonight.
It was tough for me to think about anything else.
I would not spend the night with you in your bed because I don't know
Tuesday?
who's going to be spending. I don't know who's going to be spending
The night.
with you.
Gotcha.
I don't think I should have brought up the orgasm because now Bret's extremely turned on.
I really felt like I was starting to connect to them. However, after Sam told me she needed an orgasm, I was about ready to pop.
Every road.
Date over. I'm horny.
John, get my insulin.
Sounds musky.
Oh, good God in heaven. How are you doing?
The next day, Brandy M and Rodeo get ready for their date with Bret, and luckily for them, Bret gives them everything they've ever dreamed of.
I've arranged just about every girl's dream. I'm going to get them the hottest bikinis ever, tailor-made to fit their body.
Cheers. All right.
Brandy looked awesome. Made the old... just made it stand on end. I had to get right up in there and make sure that it's good. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a boyfriend on a date.
All right, so tell me, turn on, turn off. What gets you?
Choke me, spank me, pull my hair.
Is there a rooftop sex room up here? Oh, and she snorted. It was a snort burp combo.
I have a lot of class, and you just do not do that.
My favorite position is dog.
Is it?
Before the next elimination, like usual, Bret tries to get to know some of the girls he hasn't spoken with as much and let them know what he's about.
You know, I'm out on the road. Every night's a party. When I say party, that doesn't mean necessarily every night is a...
Yeah.
Can you deal with it?
I think this is the first time Bret admits so overtly that part of his lifestyle will always involve banging other women. Maybe the dumbest thing about the show as a whole is Bret Michaels is so clearly unable to exist as a monogamous person. Rock of Love would have no doubt been a much more successful venture for the man apparently looking for love if he started with 100 women and ended on 25. And while some of them at least say they're okay with that, throwing themselves at him isn't always enough for Michaels.
I tried to have this one-on-one conversation with her, and it seemed to kind of go nowhere. It just didn't seem to connect.
Well, thank you very much. I mean that.
But she had the teeniest ass I've ever seen.
I felt really close to you last night, and I just want to know.
Look at me when you're talking to me.
I am. I'm looking at your legs and your body.
What about here?
I do want to be here. I'm not here for TV. I'm not here to get famous.
Obviously.
Then Bret decides things are getting a little too boring.
Meat versus no meat.
So the second day, I wore my little t-shirt that said, bad people wear fur.
I don't care what your opinion is.
And you're like, oh, and by the way, I have 3 rabbit fur coats at home.
Whatever you want to do with your life, I don't care.
On one side, I did grow up hunting, and I like to eat meat. And Lacey seems nuts. On the other side, Dallas and me had not connected on the right level yet.
As long as you don't touch me, things are cool.
Sweetie, you're the one that was shoving me as hard as you could.
You
and
were
I didn't...
touching my face.
It ain't gonna work in this house, and one of them's gotta go before someone dies.
Lacey, would you come down here, please?
Bret picks Lacey over me. He's a fucking idiot.
And of course, Bret picks the girl he thinks is more likely to suck his cock.
Sorry to bother you, big boy, but I just had somebody yell at me and Heather that I need to be concerned that my daughter sucked your cock.
While promising to boost ratings more than anyone else on the show probably could.
Absolutely. The fact that Bret picked me over Dallas, I can only explain how I feel about that with a dance.
I'm so sorry, you are such a beautiful girl.
And after he says goodbye to one of the Barbie twins, furious, Dallas commits sacrilege in the halls of Bret Michaels.
That's okay.
No hug?
That was not nice to Bret. Hey, sweetie, don't shoot any puppies on your way out, okay? I was like, oh my God, what a bitch. That was absolutely disrespectful, Dallas.
It's all right.
I gotta tell you something. When someone don't have enough class to even come over and thank you for inviting them to your house, for treating them nice, that's pretty classless.
She's gonna die.
In spite of Bret trying to write her off and pretending he knows anything about class, Dallas ultimately gets the last laugh.
My advice to Bret would be make sure that Lacey takes her medication every day, you know? And my words to Lacey is she can eat my fucking shit.
On that note, I say let's all get together and have a beer and party and celebrate for one more night in this house. Come on down. All right, here's the way it is to all of us staying here. We all ready to stay here and rock this house? All right, let's do it.
If someone were to ask me if I like Rock of Love, I would respond with, it's the worst thing I've ever seen. But for anyone that hasn't seen it, I would implore you to change that. While I can claim my opinion on the show is highly critical and that my enjoyment is purely ironic, I am yet to find a show that has gripped me for all of the wrong reasons, quite like Rock of Love.